2026 Buffalo Chip Poster Model Search Finals. Tonight's competition consists of 3 rounds. Bar theme, Americana, and, say it with me now, bikinis. Let's get this party started by bringing out the ladies.
Again, thank you so much for coming out here. What we got is we got 25, I believe, 26, 25 beautiful ladies. We're gonna come up. I'm gonna call them up in groups, and one at a time they're gonna strut their stuff. They're gonna say hi to the judges here. You're gonna be nice and loud, and then we'll ask them a couple of questions. I think we're ready. Ladies and gentlemen, you ready to see some beautiful ladies? Yeah. All right, we got 3 great rounds here. Our first round is gonna be our themed round. Let's go ahead and start with group 1, contestant number 1. Let's welcome to stage Dawn H. Come on up here, Dawn. Dawn's favorite pastime is going to the theater and supporting the local performing arts. She is forever a fangirl of Danny DeVito. She fully plans to tattoo his face on her body someday. All right, Dawn. First of all, we want to know what bar you qualified at. What was your theme?
I qualified at the Valley Bar, and my theme was Angels and Demons.
Angels and Demons. A little bit of demon tonight, I think. All right, your question. What's the most unexpected thing you've learned from riding or being around motorcycles?
I would have to say it is the way that they're able to communicate without ever saying a word. The hand signals they give each other, I think it's incredible and incredibly welcoming and supportive.
Sign language is awesome, guys. Let's hear it for Dawn. Thank you so much, Dawn. Akeisha says when she wants to cut loose, her favorite thing to do during her downtime is have a couple of twisted teas and sunbathe in her backyard. If she could be a rock star for a day, she'd be Dolly Parton because she's a country music star, but the ultimate rock star in her eyes. All right, Akeisha, what bar did you qualify at?
The Cowboy Back Bar in Belfouche.
And what was the theme in Belfouche?
Disco.
It was disco. I love it. You're shining extra loud tonight. All right. Akeisha, what have you learned about being around motorcycles or riding one yourself?
I found out the hard way that the pipes are hot. Don't wear high heels.
The pipes are hot. Let's hear it for Akeisha, folks. Thank you, Akeisha. Come on up here, Emma. Emma says her favorite hobby is riding her motorcycle and hiking in the Black Hills. Emma also says one experience on her bucket list is to visit all 50 states. She'd like to see the best that every state has to offer nature-wise. All right, Emma, so tell the folks here what bar you qualified at and what was the theme?
I qualified at the J Bar and the theme was Denim and Diamonds.
Denim and Diamonds. And Emma, obviously you ride, so what's something you've learned from riding?
I've been riding since I was 14. I've met hundreds, if not thousands of bikers, and the one thing I've learned is that everyone is family. There's not a single one that I wouldn't call for help if I needed.
Great answer. Let's hear it for Emma, folks. Thank you, Emma. Ernie's favorite hobby is reading a book or journaling. She will always have a book or journal with her. She also says Pierce the Veil has been her favorite band since she was 13. All right. Great. I like that. Okay. Journey, a couple of questions here for you. What bar did you qualify at? What was your theme?
I qualified at Joe's Place Bar, and the theme was Cowboys.
Cowboys. All right. Same question to you, Journey. What have you learned about riding yourself or being around motorcycles?
I'm new to the motorcycle community, so what really surprised me is the amount of women that are in it. I always kind of thought it was a boys thing, but go ladies! Honestly, I'm just so lucky to be surrounded by beautiful women that know what they're doing, the safety of motorcycles, and the community that they built with each other.
Excellent answer. Let's hear it for Journey, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Journey. Kelly says her favorite hobby is being outdoors, hiking, fishing, long walks, and riding her 98 Dyna. She says her favorite band is Fivefold. Look it up. And she would be starstruck if she got to meet Sleep Token. All right, Kelly, same question for you. So first of all, tell the folks what bar you qualified at and what was the theme?
The Valley Sports Bar and Demons and Angels.
And Kelly, what have you learned about riding, which you have a bike, right? You got a Dyna, so what have you learned about being a rider yourself?
Never expect the unexpected.
Never expect the unexpected. Let's hear it for Kelly, folks. Thank you, Kelly. All right, next up is Savannah. Savannah for Group 1 says her favorite hobby is tattooing. You guys need to meet, go find Savannah. She also says her favorite band right now / artist is Jason LD. I like the right now, you know, the changes all the time. Savannah, what bar did you qualify at?
Sally O'Malley's.
Sally O'Malley's in the valley. What was the theme out there?
Pinup girl.
Pinup girl, all right. Same question to you. I don't know if you've been around motorcycles a lot or if you ride one yourself, but what would you say you've learned?
Make sure you wear the right pants because your butt will hurt after sitting on the back of one for so long.
The tushy can get a little sore. All right, let's hear it for Savannah, folks. Thank Britt. Come on up, Britt. Britt says her secret talent is not really so secret. She sang for 6 years in choir, and maybe she's a little bit of a pool star. She says that she could hold any world record to be for the hot dog contest, to battle Joey Chestnut, and win would be the highlight in her life. That definitely would. All right. Britt, what bar did you qualify at?
Deadwood Tobacco Company, and the theme was biker.
The theme was biker, all right. Britt, same question for you. What have you learned about being around motorcycles?
Not only is that everybody in the community is so welcoming and accepting, but always dress for the slide, not for the ride.
Great answer. Let's hear it for Britt, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Britt. Laura says if she had to choose, it'd be really hard, but it'd be between her favorite bands would be 9 Inch Nails or Zeppelin. She also says if she could hold any world record, it'd be to see as many concerts as human possible, because who would? All right, Lauren, same question for you. So what bar did you qualify at, and what was the theme?
I qualified right here at Robbinsdale, and it was Cowgirls and Cupids.
So Lauren, I don't know if you ride, or maybe you've been on some motorcycles here and there. What have you learned about that?
You definitely want to hang on way tighter than what you think. You know what I mean? You're going way fast on the highway. Hang on tight.
Any guy's gonna tell you that. Hold tighter. All right, let's hear it for Lauren, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Lauren. Her favorite hobby is creating arts. She says her favorite singer is Sturgill Simpson. And she said if she could be a rock star for a day, it'd be Madonna, because she knows the definition of success. Remy, tell the folks here where you qualified and what was the theme?
I qualified at the Deadwood Tobacco Company, and the theme was biker.
It's biker. And speaking of biker, Remy, what have you learned about being around bikers or riding motorcycles?
Well, I've never actually ridden a motorcycle, but that's one thing that I'm really looking forward to doing next year at the Buffalo trip during the rally. So I can't wait to find out more about the biker community.
Anyone out there want to have Remy ride your bike with you? I heard a couple guys out there. All right, let's hear it for Remy, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Remy. Kayla. Kayla says her favorite hobby is going thrifting, collecting vintage items from the 60s and 70s. She's not doing that. She's tending to her plants indoors and creating or planting new ones. She'd be starstruck if she got to meet Stevie Nicks. Her music speaks to her soul in so many ways. All right, Kayla, so tell the fine folks here at Robbinsdale what bar you qualified at.
Right here in Robbinsdale,
Right here at Robbinsdale. And what was the theme?
Cupid and Cowboys.
Cupid and Cowboys. And tell the folks here, what's it like being around motorcycles? What do you know about the culture?
Well, I would say the most unexpected thing that I learned was that instead of like when you ride motorcycles, it's not all about adrenaline, it's about being able to slow down and just being with yourself.
That's right, yeah. Sometimes don't go fast, enjoy the ride. Let's hear it for Kayla, folks. Thank you, Kayla. Kater says her favorite hobbies depend on how cold it is outside. When she's cold, she likes to crochet and be crafty around the house. When it's warm, she likes to ride her bike, fishing, hiking with her dog, and spending time with friends and family outside enjoying the beautiful weather. All right. Carter, Cater, Carter. Cater, tell the folks what bar you qualified at.
I qualified here at the Robbinsdale for Cowboys and Cupids.
Cowboys and Cupids. A couple of cowboys in the crowd here. Cater, what is the most unexpected thing you've learned about riding or being around motorcycles?
How many jobs I'm gonna need to customize my motorcycle, because it's really expensive.
It absolutely is an expensive hobby. Let's hear it for Cater, folks. Our next contestant for Group 2 is Lady. Come on up, Lady. Lady's favorite hobby is making money. She says her favorite band is Metallica, and one person she'd be starstruck meeting would be Youngblood. She'd have a hard time focusing because she'd be staring into his eyes. All right. Now he's got those pretty blues, right? I think, yeah, they are. All right. Lady, focus. Okay. What bar did you qualify from?
I'm representing Murphy's tonight.
All right. And what was the theme?
Nerds.
It was nerds, all right, like the glasses. What's something unexpected you learned from the motorcycle community or riding?
Riding, I don't really find it unexpected, but something, if you know, you know. Trust, self-awareness, and of course, freedom.
Great answer. Let's hear it for Lainey, folks. Thank you, Lainey. Shelby says her favorite hobby is volleyball for hair and beauty. She says if she could be a rock star for a day, it'd be Gwen Stefani, because she's edgy but feminine, confident, fun, a little rebellious. If she could hold any world record to be for the most unique stays and vacations visited in 1 year, she loves traveling. All right, Shelby, first of all, what bar did you qualify from?
Grinner's Bar in Gillette.
Gillette, right. And what was the theme?
Leather and lace.
Leather and lace, all right. Shelby, tell the folks here, what's something unexpected you learned about riding or being around motorcycles?
I thought motorcycles were about speed, a little motor vibration, but really it's about the community. Everyone's so sweet and respectful, and honestly, they just want to have a good time.
Great answer. Let's hear it for Shelby, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Shelby. Her favorite hobbies are hanging out with her dog and Pilates. She says her favorite band is My Chemical Romance. She'd be starstruck if she got to meet Gerald Way or Gordon Ramsay. Right. Joe, what bar did you qualify at?
Murphy's Pub and Grill.
Out of Murphy's. And what was the theme?
Nerds.
It's nerds. All right. Joe, tell the folks, what's something unexpected you learned being around motorcycles?
I think I'm done riding passenger. I want to be a driver now, so I gotta get a bike.
Joe is ready to ride. Let's hear it for Joe, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Joe. Number 2 is Jordan. Come on up here, Jordan. Jordan says her favorite hobby is riding her motorcycle in the summer and playing cards in the winter. Her favorite singer is obviously Youngblood, and she says if she could hold any world record, it'd be for the longest jump on a dirt bike, so she can set it, hopefully, at the chip. Right. Jordan, tell the fine folks here at Robbinsdale what bar you qualified at and what was the theme?
I qualified at the Deadwood Tobacco Company, and my theme was biker.
Biker, excellent. All right, Jordan, so what is something you've learned, because you ride, so what's something you've learned about riding or being around motorcycles?
Honestly, Zach, I have not been surprised by anything with new riders, and I've been riding since I could walk, so nothing.
She's an absolute pro. Nothing surprises her. Let's hear it for Jordan, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Jordan. Letitia says her favorite hobby is dancing. She'd be real starstruck if she got to meet Lady Wilson. She loves how real and down-to-earth Lady Wilson is. All right, Letitia, what bar did you qualify at? What was the theme?
I qualified from Grinner's Bar in Gillette, and the theme was leather and lace.
Leather and lace. All right, Letitia, what's something unexpected you learned about being around motorcycles in the community?
I have learned to always be prepared for weather, because if you're caught in a rain or snowstorm, that shit hurts.
It absolutely does. Let's hear it for Letitia, folks. Thank you, Letitia. Alex J says that her favorite hobby is competing with her 5 dogs in various different spots. She also says one thing on her bucket list is to travel all the way to Greece. All right, Alex J, tell the folks where you qualified at. What was your theme?
I qualified for Joe's Place, and the theme was cowgirls.
All right, excellent. And now, what's something you've learned about being around motorcycles or riding yourself?
Just how sweet the motorcycle community is, and even though they look intimidating, they're the biggest teddy bears.
Great answer. Let's hear for Alex J, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Alex. All right, that was our final contestant for Group 2. Let's welcome to the stage for Group number 3, contestant number 1, Vanessa. Vanessa says her favorite hobby is therapeutic yelling at pixels, also known as video games. She says her favorite band is The Used. She even tattooed their album cover on her body. She says if she could hold any world record, it'd be for the most dramatic gasps per day. She loves overreacting. All right, Vanessa, what bar did you qualify at? What was the theme?
Well, I qualified right here at Robbinsdale, and the theme was cowboys and cupids.
So, tell the folks a little bit about what it's like or what's something unexpected you learned being around motorcycles in the community.
Well, I just started riding myself about 2 years ago, and I think the most surprising thing for me was really learning to trust myself. Confidence is key out there. Any hesitation, it's going to be a big problem, so definitely trusting myself.
Great answer, Vanessa. Thank you so much. Let's hear it for Vanessa, folks. Megan says her favorite hobby is horseback riding. shooting and riding motorcycles. And her favorite band is Trapped. All right. Megan, what bar did you qualify at? What was the theme?
Right here at Robbinsdale, Cupids and Cowboys.
Excellent. Now, you've been around motorcycles, I imagine, so what's something unexpected you learned, either riding or being around the community?
Do not let anybody do your oil change. They will over torque your bolt. You will go over the high side and you will fracture your pinky.
She says, work on your damn motorcycle yourself. Let's hear it for Megan, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Megan. Let's welcome to the stage Alex A. Come on up here, Alex. Alex says her favorite hobby is creating burlesque costume ideas. Consider this her very first or her current obsession. She also says she'd be starstruck if she got to meet Robert Patrick. She learned that she missed him at a gas station by just a few minutes, and she cried a little bit. Oh, that's sad. All right. Alex, cheers up. What bar did you qualify at? What was the theme?
All the other girls have been saying cowboys and cupids, but I thought it was Cubans and cowboys.
That's all right. Yeah, we like a stickler. All right. Alex, what is something unexpected you learned about riding or being around motorcycles?
I would have to say that learning how to ride is a lot like school. There's a lot of shit that you need to do and study for, and you really just don't want to do it, but it's what you got to do to get to the freedom.
Right. It's very important that you study. All right, let's hear it for Alex, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Alex. Ambrosia, come on up here, Ambrosia. Ambrosia says her favorite singer and band are Billie Eilish, Queen. If she could be a rock star for a day, it'd be Freddie Mercury because his music reached many and he could reunite the world with one song. Good answer. All right, Ambrosia, same questions for you here. So what bar did you qualify at? What was the theme?
Grinners and leather and lace.
Leather and lace. And Ambrosia, what's something unexpected you learned about the biker community or riding?
They can do some pretty badass burnouts.
They absolutely can do some great burnouts. It's here for Ambrosia, folks. Thank you, Ambrosia. Come on up here, Princess. Princess says her favorite hobbies are singing, hiking, and cooking. One experience on Princess's list is her bucket list is a motorcycle road trip during the rally at the Buffalo Chip, feeling the freedom, music, energy, and the American biker culture for the first time. All right, Princess, tell the folks here where you qualified at and what was your theme?
Moose Lodge and Disney.
I told them they can grab the microphone. All right. No, that's great. That's excellent. Here, stand on the expo. You're doing wonderful. All right, Princess. So what's something unexpected you learned about the motorcycle community or riding?
Actually, this is all new for me, and this will be a very good experience. And I seen videos and I can see freedom. I love the engines, and as just being a passenger, I feel free.
Let's hear it for Princess, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Princess. New to America. Ticey says her favorite hobby is shopping, of course. If she can hold any world record, it'd be for the most consecutive days of not being sick. She despised being sick, and breathing through her nose is such a gift. I love her answer, Ticey. All right. Ticey, tell the folks here where you qualified in the bar. The theme, sir.
At the 445 bar. Oh, well, lounge.
The 445 Lounge bar. And then what was the theme? Or Moulin Rouge.
Moulin Rouge.
Disco Moulin Rouge. I see shiny stuff. All right. Ticey, what's something interesting you've learned about the motorcycle community or being around bikes?
Okay, so I ride motorcycle and I did not know this. You wear the tight vest so that your shirt does not fly up to your boobs. Like loose shirts fly up, tight vest, keep it down.
She learned the hard way. Let's hear for Ticey, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Ticey. Yeah, they did it again. I know, Talia. Let's welcome Talia. I know, I'm sorry, Talia. I'm sorry. This time it was my fault. I read it wrong, all right? That's on me. Talia says her favorite hobbies are anything outgoing. She runs, hikes, snowboards, lake surfing. She says her favorite band is Fame on Fire. And one thing on her bucket list is to punch Zach in the face for mispronouncing her name all the time. All right. Talia. All right. Tell the folks where you qualified and the theme.
I qualified at Grinners in Gillette, Wyoming, and our theme was leather and lace.
leather and lace. Natalia, what's something unexpected you learned about being around motorcycles or riding?
One thing I was unexpected is when I was younger, it was really intimidating seeing like these bigger guys in all this leather and motorcycles. And as I got older and started being around it more, I just kind of realized that they're really sweet and really nice, and they treat everyone great, and they're like family.
We're just a bunch of big teddy bears. Let's hear for Tally, ladies and gentlemen. Tyra says her favorite hobby is working out. If she can hold any world record to be like John Cena and hold the most Make-A-Wishes in the world, she strives to help people in need and spread love. Tyra, tell the folks here what bar you qualified at and the theme.
I qualified at Deadwood Tobacco Company, and the theme was bikers.
Speaking of bikers, what's something you've learned about either community or unexpected you learned about riding?
You know, I've been in the biker community since I was a little girl, probably still in Pampers, honestly. And something that continues to surprise me year in, year around is how welcoming the community is.
Great answer. Let's hear for Tyra, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Tyra.
Let's go. Left foot, let's go. Right foot again. Left foot again. Right foot, let's stop. Left foot, let's stop. Freeze! Everybody clap your hands. Come on, y'all. Check it out, y'all. How low can you go? Can you go down low? All the way to the floor? How low can you go? Can you bring it to the top? Like it never stop? Can you bring it to the top?